Things you don't know about the Philippines. The Philippines, a nation often seen through postcards, white sand beaches, crystal waters, warm smiles. But behind the images is a country filled with mysteries, world records, ancient secrets, and achievements that many people have never heard of. Today, we uncover things you probably didn't know about the Philippines. Let's begin with geography. Most people know the Philippines has thousands of islands, but few know the exact number, 7,641 islands, based on a modern survey. And these islands are constantly changing. Volcanic activity, erosion, and rising sea levels create new islands and erase old ones. The Philippines is literally a country that changes shape over time. Now here's something even more surprising. The Philippines is located on the Ring of Fire, one of the most active geological regions on Earth. This explains why the country has over 100 volcanoes, with more than 20 still active. Among them is Taal Volcano, famous for having a lake inside a volcano, on an island inside a lake, on an island. A geographical structure so rare, it's studied by scientists around the world. But volcanoes are not the only natural wonders here. The Philippines is home to one of the richest biodiversity zones on the planet. It has more species of plants and animals than almost any country of its size. More than 52,000 species are found here, and half of them exist nowhere else on Earth. This includes the Philippine eagle, one of the largest and rarest eagles in the world, and the mysterious tarsier, the tiny primate whose eyes are larger than its brain. Speaking of firsts, the Philippines has contributed more to the world than many realize. For example, the yo-yo was originally a Filipino hunting weapon before becoming a global toy. Filipinos also created the first karaoke machine prototype, known as the sing-along system, invented by Roberto del Rosario. Although Japan popularized karaoke, the first patented device came from the Philippines. Here's another surprising fact. The Philippines is one of the top English-speaking countries on Earth. It has over 60 million English speakers, making it the third largest English-speaking nation. This is why millions of Filipinos work abroad as teachers, engineers, nurses, and seafarers. In fact, 1 out of every 4 seafarers in the world is Filipino. The Philippines is a global force in the maritime industry. But the influence of Filipinos doesn't stop at the oceans. The country is also one of the largest shipbuilding nations on the planet. Major shipyards build massive cargo ships and tankers used worldwide. Many people never realize that global trade literally moves because of Filipino hands. Now, let's talk about culture. The Philippines is the only predominantly Christian nation in Asia, a result of 333 years of Spanish rule. Because of this, Filipinos celebrate the longest Christmas season in the world. Christmas begins in September and sometimes stretches into February. Lights, music, and Pearl's star-shaped lanterns take over the streets for months. But despite the strong Spanish influence, the Philippines has over 180 languages and dialects, each with its own identity. Filipinos are far more diverse than people assume. Every island has its own traditions, dances, foods, and stories. And then there's the Filipino smile. What most people don't know is that the Philippines consistently ranks among the happiest countries, despite facing an average of 20 typhoons a year. This incredible resilience is part of what makes Filipino culture admired worldwide. A spirit that endures no matter the storm. Another hidden fact, the Philippines has one of the world's largest deposits of gold, much of it still untouched. Ancient Filipinos were master goldsmiths, crafting jewelry centuries before European explorers arrived. Treasures like the Butuan gold collection show a civilization far more advanced than many imagine. The Philippines is also home to unique structures like the Chocolate Hills of Bohol, over 1,200 perfectly shaped hills that turn brown in the dry season. No other place on Earth has anything like it. Scientists still debate how they were formed. And if you think you already know enough about the Philippines, here's more. This nation is one of the world's top exporters of coconut, pineapple, and bananas, and the world's #1 supplier of nurses. Filipino healthcare workers are found in hospitals across Europe, the Middle East, Canada, and the United States. But perhaps the most amazing thing about the Philippines is its people. A blend of Malay, Chinese, Spanish, American, and indigenous ancestry, creating a culture that is warm, musical, hospitable, and endlessly creative. Filipinos sing, dance, and celebrate life, even in the toughest moments. That optimism is part of what makes the country unforgettable. So the next time you think of the Philippines, remember that it is more than beaches or islands. It is a nation of discoveries full of stories, wonders, and achievements that the world is still beginning to appreciate. If you learned something new, don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing history and world stories.